On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know. As we kick off in this week 5. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose! And it bounces out of bounds for the touchback. So no harm, no foul. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Second and 3 now. Again, it's Brooks. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. He's contained at the line for no gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They're going play action. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Looks like a 9-yard gain, and they'll now have a much shorter 3rd and 5 coming up.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They send him left out of the slot. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. This is the first carry for the rookie from Florida. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brian Burns coming up with the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
79 Bronco.
Back now, pressure on its way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be Panthers football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Brooks. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 from the 41. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. He's on the move. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing off the play fake here. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And this is another incompletion.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Browns will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
They'll come out throwing. This one finds Polk. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I love throwing up 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's go now.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They start with 2nd and 6. And they send a man in motion. It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
70 Lions.
Going to the ground again on first. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Okay, ready?
Second down now, 7 to go.
Set.
Keeping it with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Viking 18. Huh.
Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Browns are lined up to punt. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. This time he's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Now he's going to fire it deep left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Pass play coming here. On the move, headed right. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Here's a throw. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. They're down to their final one in this half.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30, and it'll give the Panthers a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down from the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short, so that's third and less than a yard.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Third down run with Brooks. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Panthers make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Panthers make it a 10-point ball game. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. It's the Browns taking over on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Completed to his running back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On the jump.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Come on. Come on. Set.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. From the 39. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18, Pioneer.
Looking to throw it this time. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Blake Gillikin on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go now. Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he drives this forward until they bring him down at the 38-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now here's 3rd and 5. They put a receiver in motion here left. Shotgun now on third down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
So many throws in the league attack this area of the field. They love to attack the slot. And for these defenders who have to play that area, it takes great reaction. It takes tremendous intuition. And then just a spatial awareness of understanding where you are amidst that space to go take the ball away. That is well done.
And a field goal try coming up shortly from the Browns. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit remains 2 scores.
That's a kick right there, Kate, that defies explanation and analysis. But at the very least, if you're going to try a field goal on an early down, you've got to make it. That's embarrassing.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has a man. It's Brooks. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Pass play now. Chased out to his right. He can run it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that play good enough for a first. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's going to be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. One last play before the break.
Here we go.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set it. Go.
He's dropping back to throw. On target to his man Polk. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Hold it ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
79 Broncos. Set.
They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Ready. Ready.
Back to throw now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to Jalen Polk. So it's 2nd down coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
7 Pirates. Ready.
2nd and 10 now. Polk makes the catch. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st.
While the new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. A give to Mixon up the middle. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
On the ground again with Mixon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
Let's go now.
Looking for a throw here. He completes it in traffic. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he'll turn this into a solid gain down to the 14. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd and 5 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
For the 2nd time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. The 13-year pro still doing what he does as he puts this through. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
Here in the 3rd quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
Ready up.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Set. 40, 70. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Airing it out to start this drive. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And the Browns bringing out some extra defensive backs. They got time on 3rd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Headed out right. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Secures this at the 17. Looks like he might break it for a minute, but still a good 14 yards on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Go.
Motioning him from the slot right. Throwing it to start this drive. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's what you call making the best out of a pretty messy situation. You hate to give the ball away, but that's a tremendous effort to bring the defender down right away and minimize the damage with very little return.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action on first. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Brooks on the give, headed right. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Escapes out to the left. He takes it himself. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Panthers in possession of it, needing to preserve that lead over one final quarter. They're now set for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Carolina. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running it with Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the 23. Avoids the set. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here.
60.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Poor choice to bring it out. Instead of the 30-yard line, they're going to start shy of the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Have the 60, have the 60. 70 range, 70 range. Come on, come on.
Getting right back to it after that interception. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 2nd and 4. It is caught left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here. This is Mixon, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready, ready.
Throwing from the gun here. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Desperation time here on 4th. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
He'll get this one to Brooks. And he's taken down at the 30.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here's 2nd and 14. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Go trap, go trap. Come 19,
3rd and long for him here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that brings up 4th and long. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that grows the lead to 27.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
60 Bison. 60. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing. This one finds Polk. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
On the double.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Set up. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Check. Mustang 19.
Setting up a throw. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
60 Eagle.
At their 49-yard line.
Panther 60. Panther 60. 18 Pioneer. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll try and throw it here. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw, needing a 1st. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's on the move. And this is thrown to the sideline and well out of play. I think this could draw the grounding call here. And, yep, that flag is out. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. So it's the Panthers who take this